Hey guys, welcome to the shop. Wanted to do this update of the DIY grinder, and this is going to be just really quick, trying to fit it in really fast and give you an idea of the kit. So this is the majority of it right here. I'll kind of go through everything. This is the front plate and the rear plate of the main body. It comes with a 10-inch work rest. The two sides of the main body, of course, tension arms. Comes with the coolest planting you'll ever see, and the brackets for attaching the body to the tilt frame. And I don't have the actual D plate on here. I'll show you that in a minute. And the feet. Now, this is the way it comes off the table, and you can see that the CNC table pecks all of the drilling locations, so it's extremely accurate. So this I will probably order all the pieces I need this week to put this together as a very basic bare bones kit where you drill all the holes. I basically take it off the table, hit it with the grinder real quick to clean it up, stick it in the box and mail it off to you. This will require some welding on your part. So if you can weld pretty good, then that might be a way for you to save a few dollars on that part of the kit. So here I have pretty much the way the kit will arrive, more or less. I'm just trying to do this as a quick video. Some of these parts are prototypes, so the welding isn't all that great. But on the actual kits, you'll see the next video with a production kit that will have all the proper welding done as it's ready to go in the box. So the minimal welding that needs to be done on this kit is the pivot brackets on the front that also has the lock in there, and then this is the rear pivot bracket. So these are cut out and welded together. And then basically you have some feet that get welded on there into slots. So the alignment and everything is already figured out for you. You just set them in that slot, run a little piece of weld, and there you go. So the kit does come with all the hardware that you'll need, and it's going to be a lot more than this. This is just basically for this little demo, the hardware that I need. But you'll get a bag that'll have all of that hardware that you need to completely assemble the grinder. And then this little dog bone piece here is pretty much just tack welded on in 4 places. And the video that you get with this will show you, if you decide to do your own hole drilling and everything, how to locate these, drill them with a number 7, tap them to 1/4 inch, and all the other bolts are through bolts through the whole body there. So let's set this phone down here, and I'll see if I can't just run through this for you and show you just basically how this is going to work out. So start out by taking your front pivot plate, take one of these shoulder bolts with a washer on it, slide it in there. You take a white nylon washer, that's a spacer end to make it smooth rotation. That just slides on there, pops in there. Then you take one of the bigger washers over the shoulder, and then a smaller washer. And the actual kit will have lock washers in there. This is just regular or nylock nuts. This is just a regular nut just for this video. Oh, forgot one thing. Messed up already. Okay, before you put this piece in here, one of the bolts that goes throughout the whole body has to go in first because it's behind that bolt. So that has to go in first. All the other ones you could put in afterwards. So this goes in here. Big washer, small washer, and your nylock nut. Then you take your back pivot, and pretty much the same thing, only in reverse. There we go again. Also in the back, you have to get that one screw in there. And this one will be much longer because it's going to go through the whole body when you get the production model. That slides in. Your spacer, that goes in. Washer, and your nut. So at this point, what you really want to do is clamp down or screw down the front section to your workbench. That'll make assembly a lot easier. So you start out with the pivot side face down, and this bracket lines up with the bottom two holes in the front there, so that just slides right on there. And same way in the back section, that'll just slide right on there. And then again, keeping in mind that these will be much longer because they'll go through the whole body. I don't have the spacers done yet, so when the production model is ready, these will be much longer. You'll put your spacers on, and then your motor side of your frame will go on over all those bolts and spacers. There we go. And I'm just going to put a couple of bolts in here for right now, just for this little demonstration. And these will all self-align with the spacer and everything. So once you get all these bolts in here and tighten them down, it'll square everything up. These are so accurate. They're drilled together at the same time that you can see that they just both go through both frames at the same time. So that's how good the alignment is. So there's basically, at that point, your basic frame would be together, and then in the video that you get with this grinder, I'll show you how to go through and make sure that you square everything up perfectly so that you get a nice smooth tilting action out of the grinder. Okay, so the next thing you would do is take your tension arms, and again, this is just a very, very quick video. You'll put your axle through there, another nylon spacer, then nylon spacer on the other side, your other tension arm, washer, and your bolt. And again, there's a lot more involved in the actual production grinder. There's spacers that go in between these arms that line it up and contributes to the superior accuracy of the tracking that you get with this grinder. So there's your tension arms, and then this is not assembled yet. This is part of the tracking mechanism that goes on here. The really cool thing about this grinder and all my grinders is this is my design on this arm, and most grinders have your tracking assembly welded on, and that's a fixed point, but mine is able to actually adjust in and out as well as on this axis, which in the video I'll explain how that ties into getting absolute perfect tracking with all your wheels in both forward and reverse. So that's your tracking mechanism. And then this is the D plate that comes with it. And obviously I don't have that all together yet, but when you receive this grinder, like I said, you will receive a video that goes along with it that will explain the entire assembly process and tuning, alignment, and all the way through in the video. I will also mount a motor, a VFD, wheels, go through the whole thing of setting it up with tracking and everything. So from beginning to end, I'll pretty much be there with you explaining how this goes together, the concept behind it, and how it all works out. So that's pretty much it. This is going to allow you to get a super high quality tilting grinder for probably less than half the price of some of the top brand name grinders that are out there. Once this is all bolted together and lined and attached to your workbench, I mean, it's pretty much solid right now, but it's going to be a very solid, very high-end grinder that you could build probably within an hour to an hour and a half in your garage and put it right to work. So thanks for watching this. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I'd like to build one for you.